There are thousands of cryptocurrencies. There are some that are popular like Bitcoin, Ether, and a stable coins like Tether. So there are some that seem attractive but actually serve no purpose. So how to avoid getting trapped in such coins?
That's a very important question, Asim. And like there are more than thousands now. By one estimate, number of virtual digital assets in the world are maybe more than 10,000 or 20,000, right? What investors need to understand is that when they are investing in crypto, they are investing in the fundamentals of blockchain technology, which is changing how different software and how different services get delivered, which basically means that it's very important to take a long-term view of that investment. They need to understand what is the technology trying to do. They need to understand who the backers of the technology are, the people who have written the first code, the investors who are backing it. They need to understand the developer ecosystem around the technology, how many developers are participating, how vibrant is the developer ecosystem for the technology. And they need to understand if that virtual digital asset is listed in other exchanges globally. If it is listed in the top 5 exchanges, top 10 exchanges, then there is certain bit of credibility to the asset, right? If it is not, then it's more like a pink slip stock, which can go good, which can give you great returns, but at the same time it can reach zero, and it could be a misuse of the underlying technology for taking your money away. At CoinDCX, what we have done is we have only listed around 150 of these virtual digital assets basis a 7M framework which we follow. This framework is openly available on our website, on our mobile app. This framework considers 7 aspects of virtual digital assets before it gets listed. These aspects include, as I said, who are the investors, who are the technology evangelists who are participating in these virtual digital assets. Is it a pump or dump coin, which basically means that are people just buying and selling it without any inherent value, or does it genuinely add value to the technology ecosystem? And there are 5 more parameters like that, which we evaluate for every coin which gets listed on CoinDCX, right? So, long story short, one needs to understand the fundamental of that blockchain, fundamental of that crypto. One needs to understand the ecosystem participants around that crypto, be it investors, be it technology evangelists, or be it developer ecosystem. And one needs to understand where all is that VDA listed. Is it listed on the top 5 or top 7 exchanges globally? I think if you consider these 3 parameters, that provides a good filter, and the number of cryptos reduced from 10,000 plus to maybe 1,000 or less than 1,000. And then the investors have to be more smarter in their due diligence before they finally put their hard-earned money into the crypto assets.
Thank you. That's very helpful for new investors. Stock markets are open from morning to afternoon, whereas crypto markets are open 24/7, and they are also open on weekends. So how to track your crypto assets? How different is it from tracking your stocks?
Tracking crypto assets is very different. For one, reason you mentioned correctly, right? It's 24/7 market. It's available 365 days in a year. Unlike stocks, which only operate during a certain time. But hang on, right? Like there have been markets which have been global in nature for the longest time possible. Crude, FX, commodities, all of these markets have been 24/7 markets across the globe. So it's not something which is fundamentally new when it comes to investments in crypto. How should you track it? So there are a lot of tools available. For example, you could put price alerts on a platform like CoinDCX, right? Every time the price moves by more than a certain percent, it gives you an alert. So you don't need to hook onto your mobile phone or laptop 24/7. Only when the price of your portfolio, price of the asset you are tracking, price of the assets in your portfolio moves by a certain amount, it sends you a trigger. You can also do various innovative ways of placing a trade. For example, limit orders, right? Limit orders basically lets you place a trade when the price of the particular asset has hit a certain level, right? For example, Bitcoin price, let's say if it hits $10,000 for whatever reason, right? I could today place a trade of 1 lakh rupees at $10,000 and forget about it. As soon as the price hits there, automatically my trade will be placed. I could similarly place a stop loss order, which basically means that if the price moves up or down and I have losses on my portfolio, how much loss am I willing to bear, right? And basis that loss, I could automatically put a stop loss order whenever the market hits that price band. Automatically, my positions are squared off, and I have to sort of bear with that loss. So, yes, the markets are open 24/7. That's the beauty of the market. Yes, the markets cannot be manipulated by a specific clutch of people in various in any significant geography. Yes, it becomes slightly harder to track it versus stock, but at the same time, there are enough of the tools available, and we urge investors to use these tools. Tools like price alerts, tools like news alerts, tools like limit orders, tools like stop loss, which help you do better at managing your portfolio.
So the tax announcement in the budget was a bittersweet moment for crypto investors. The old investors thought it was an extremely high tax, whereas the new people who were waiting to invest in crypto saw it as a moment to enter crypto because there is some sort of government acknowledgement of the emerging asset. So what really has changed for investors? How have investors coped up with the new tax law that has come into effect from 1st of April?
See, before April or before February, the first question which we used to get asked was, how will my gains be taxed, right? Because I don't want to be in a situation where I make certain profits and government just takes all my money away. And with this recent tax law which gets passed, government has answered that question for the crypto investors, for millions of crypto investors out there. So people are no longer asking how will my crypto gains be taxed or how will my crypto transactions be taxed. Is the tax higher? Definitely yes. It needs to be in line with various other investment asset classes which are existing. Are we working with the government and policymakers on that count? Yes, we are representing the industry. We are talking to them for reducing it further. There have been discussions and progressive discussions on that count. But how does it matter for the larger retail ecosystem in India? I think people are coming to crypto platforms in even larger numbers now. People know, have complete clarity, know the exact amount of how their profits will be taxed, and which has given them a big comfort in making their first crypto investment. They are coming to the platforms, they are buying their first crypto, they are starting small, they are increasing their portfolio size over time. We have seen that development in the past couple of months already.
So finally, Mridul, often we have seen that it is easy to enter some things, but getting out of it, if someone doesn't want to continue taking the risk or is not interested in the asset anymore, how easy is it to exit from a crypto investment and to close an account?
It is actually very easy. Unlike a lot of other investment asset classes, all the settlements in crypto happen in real time. So if I have, say, a portfolio of 50,000 rupees where I have bought 10 currencies or 10 crypto assets, I could sell them right away. The orders will be placed in the next 1 second. I will get all my money in my INR wallets and I can take it out into my preferred bank account which is registered with the platform. All of this can happen in the next 10 seconds. You can close the account thereafter and move out, right? So it's extremely simple. You don't need to have a physical process where you need to go to a branch. Everything is digital, everything is on your mobile app, everything is on your laptop, and the entire process of selling your crypto asset happens 24/7, right? So if you decide to do, if you decide to sell off at 8 p.m., you don't have to wait for the next day. You can sell it out right then, right there. India has the best payment rails. You can take that money out into your bank account at 8 p.m., at 9 p.m., at 10 p.m. in the night, and you can decide to discontinue your crypto journey.
Thank you for joining us today in Times Decrypt, a platform to learn more about crypto. It is an initiative by Times of India powered by CoinDCX. To get the latest updates and to know more from other experts, please visit timesdecrypt.com or follow the weekly column in Times of India newspaper every Tuesday.